Hey guys, so today I am going to be trying Violet Voss eyeshadows for the first time. When I was at TJ Maxx recently and bought that Jaclyn Hill stuff, I also was able to find a Violet Voss Sunkissed Summer. I know it's winter right now, but the color scheme on this is berry gold. And this is a very hot color scheme right now. Natasha Denona just released some berry toned products, and when I saw this, it's in perfect condition, and I got it for $5.99. And what's really cool about that is not just that it was in perfect condition, but Violet Voss is a Sephora brand, so it's a luxury brand. So to get an eyeshadow palette from them for $6 is wonderful. Now, I've never tried Violet Voss before, but always been curious about the brand, and I thought that was really pretty. And so yeah, we're gonna definitely do a berry look today. Now, I already started my makeup. The first thing I did was I used the e.l.f. Glow Reviver lip oil in the shade Rose Envy. I put that on my lips. And then I did my NYX Pro Fix Stick Correcting Concealer. And then I did my CoverGirl Simply Ageless Skin Perfector Essence in the shade Light. And then I did Lacura Bold Cover Concealer just under my eyes. And then I did CoverGirl and Olay Simply Ageless Foundation in the shade Creamy Natural. Then I mixed my Pat McGrath concealer and my Jeffree Star concealer and some LA Girl Pro Color Foundation Mixing Pigment. Mixed all three of those together, except this time I used a little too much blue, and I was mixing that to make my eyeshadow primer concoction. But yeah, you can tell by looking at it that there's like a blue cast on there. So I got to be careful how much of that blue I put in there. And then I used my e.l.f. Shape and Stay brow pencil, which is essentially just clear wax. And then I used MAC Omega eyeshadow as my brow powder. So we're going to take it from there. So the next step for me would usually be the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer with my e.l.f. Putty Blush Brush. And if you are somebody that does not like bronzer, try this. This is the shade Tan Lines, and it's so nice. It just melts into the skin. Because I was always somebody that completely stayed away from bronzer. But I love this. Yeah, it just melts in. There are other colors, obviously, besides this one, if this one doesn't suit you. But I don't know, I really like this bronzer. I use it every single day. Okay, for blush today, I saw this in my blush drawer. This is LA Colors Berry Mauve. And this matches that eyeshadow palette that I just showed you perfectly. So that is what I'm going to use as my blush. And this is a Real Techniques contour brush, actually. Yeah, that is going to be perfect for this eyeshadow palette. I've been using those e.l.f. liquid blushes ever since I bought them every single day, and I was like, well, you know, I don't dislike powder blushes. So when I saw this, I was like, yeah, this is perfect. Okay, that's good. That's just the right amount of blush in my opinion. Okay, now for a highlight today, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter, and my shade is I should know this off the top of my head. Fair 1, yeah. And I don't know if you guys know this, but they expanded the range of the colors on these. So if you didn't feel like there was a match for you before, there might be now. So check out the new color range. So I'm going to put some of that on a makeup sponge. And I'm going to stipple that across that area and then turn the makeup sponge sideways to blend it in. Been reaching for my makeup sponges more lately, and there are just certain products that work better blended with a sponge. Okay, so I already told you about the eye primer concoction that I made. So yeah, let's dive into this palette then. Yeah, $6 for Violet Voss. I was shocked because usually, you know, when you see something like that, it's all messed up. And I was looking at a lot of things at TJ Maxx and Marshalls recently. And some of the things I opened up the palette and a bunch of like broken powder all came out at me, got all over my clothes. I was not happy about that. But, you know, so it's kind of a dangerous thing to go shopping for makeup at TJ Maxx and Marshalls, but you got to check it before you buy it, because that's the only way you're going to know if it's been damaged or not. And they have some things locked up now in glass cases, and they have somebody like more or less monitoring that area. And so if there's something in the case that you want, you can just say, you know, I'd like to look at this piece right here, and you know, they'll open it up and show you if you are curious about the colors or whatever. Okay, so I'm going to grab this Moda small shader brush, and I think I'm going to start with the shade Cool Down. So, you know, it's funny that I ended up putting too much blue in my eyeshadow primer, because that is a cool toned, like a light mauve. Wow, that's really pigmented. I was not expecting that because it's such a light color. Wow. Oh, that blends like a dream. Okay. My initial impression of Violet Voss eyeshadows is I'm really glad that I decided to get this. It's a brand that I've been curious about for a long time. I think they have a lot of really pretty palettes, but the price at Sephora, of course, is quite high when it's the original retail price. But I was on the Sephora website looking at stuff the other day, and I noticed that the Violet Voss palettes were all marked down. So I don't know if that brand is on its way out of Sephora. It might be, because when things start showing up at TJ Maxx and Marshalls, that's not a good sign. They have a ton of Morphe stuff right now. And yeah, Morphe is definitely on its way out. Closing down Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics was, I feel like, the first step. And it's not just Morphe, it's whatever brands are owned by Forma is the name of the company that owns these brands. They are deeply, deeply in debt for hundreds of thousands of dollars, and there's no way they can pay their debtors back. They've claimed bankruptcy, filed for bankruptcy, and have been trying to come out with some interesting releases. Now I'm talking about Morphe again. But I think their heyday, Morphe's heyday is over. You know, they reached like the peak of their popularity, I feel like, with that James Charles palette years ago. And of course, James Charles is not really doing that great, I don't feel like, with his brand. And it's because of his life choices. He's done some stupid things that have probably impacted his entire life. And I don't want to go into like all the controversy because you guys, I'm sure, know what I'm talking about. But yeah, nobody really wants to give money to somebody that does those kind of things. Okay, so I switched to a small shader brush, and I'm going to go into the shade called Sunny's Out, and it's like a beautiful light pinky berry type shade. Yeah, that is really pretty. But yeah, this is going to be the year, I think, that I just try a lot of brands that I've always been curious about. And I'm not necessarily always gonna find them at TJ Maxx and Marshalls. You know, some things I'm actually willing to pay full price for, like I did with the Natasha Denona and the Moira stuff that I bought. So I think when you love makeup, it just makes you want to be naturally curious about a lot of different brands and stuff. I've also been feeling kind of nostalgic about things that I used to own before that I repurchased. And you'll see what I'm talking about in upcoming videos because I have those waiting to be filmed with as well. Oh, this is really pretty. That is really pretty. All right, next what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually just flip my brush over and go into Berry Hot, which is that really bright berry color. And I'm going to put that in the outer part of my eye. And sometimes those types of shades that have like a lot of glitter in them that are a darker shade are difficult to work with. Not at all. Not difficult at all. I'm very impressed so far with these eyeshadows. Very impressed. You know, the easier something is to work with, in my opinion, that's like the defining factor about the quality. You shouldn't have to struggle to use eyeshadows. You know, they should apply and blend easily if they're good quality. And these definitely are that. Now, I'm just picking up a little bit at a time because this is a very deep color. Okay. Next what I want to do is I want to take this detail brush and go into the shade Tan Lines. That's funny because that's the shade name of my bronzer. And I'm gonna drag that right along the lower lash line. And it's like a cocoa brown, I guess you would say. Okay, I want to take a small blending brush and blend like where the gold meets the berry. I don't want there to be that line of demarcation. All right, that's better. Now I'm gonna go just a little bit into that tan lines and put it right in the very, very outer part of the corner here. Just a little bit more on this side. Okay. All right, now let's take a look at these other shades. Okay, this Glow On shade, which is like a beigey gold. Let's grab a clean brush, small. And we're going to use that as our brow bone highlight. And inner corners. Okay. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this liner brush and we're going to go into e.l.f. No Budge Cream eyeshadow in the shade Plateau. And even though this is a cream eyeshadow, because it's a no budge formula, I use this as an eyeliner. And this is a deep brown color. And I'm going to put this right on the waterline. And this is really, really pigmented. Like when I clean this brush, I'm going to have to really like work the shampoo into it. Now I know there's going to be somebody out there thinking, what is she talking about? Let me show you what I use to clean my brushes now, and this is working out terrific. It's the Garnier Fructis Pure Clean Silicone Free Purifying Shampoo with vitamins B3 and B6 and aloe extract. Yeah, this is what I just use this specifically to clean my brushes. Ooh, I'm getting down there. I better pick up some more. This is so great for cleaning my brushes. I just put some in the palm of my hand and then swirl the brush with warm water right into the shampoo and then just, you know, rinse it really good, and it's working out great. Yeah, that other thing that I was using, that didn't work out. Some things are hard to rinse out, you know, and that was the case with that. Okay, so let's curl the lashes. I really like these eyeshadows. I can't believe how well they performed, and I think the colors are really pretty, and Berry is very in right now because Valentine's Day is right around the corner. We're less than a month away now. Valentine's Day is also my wedding anniversary. We got married. Let's see now. Is it gonna be 16? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that we're coming up on our 16th anniversary. We got married almost 16 years ago in Las Vegas. If you're getting married and it's not your first marriage, because this is my second marriage, I highly recommend doing that. It was so fun. Now my mom wasn't too crazy about the idea because then she couldn't be there, but because we just went out there, the two of us. But it was so fun. We were out there for a whole week, I think. No, we only went for like 2 or 3 days initially, and then we went back again and again and again. We just were totally obsessed with Las Vegas. There's just so much to see and so much to do and so many fun ways to spend your time out there that we actually went 9 times. Spent a lot of money, but I don't regret any of it. It was really fun. You have to do things while you're alive and while you can and your health allows you to, you know. I think I'm gonna grab a different mascara today. I used to rave about this mascara and always say it was my favorite, and I haven't used it in a long time. It's the Lottie London Superfake mascara. So yeah, let's revisit this because it's been quite a while since I used this. This has just been sitting around in a drawer, and you know how that goes with mascaras. If they sit around for too long, they're not going to do anything. Seems to still be okay. I think it's the brush. Well, no, it's the brush and the formula on this that makes it work so good. But it just, yeah, makes my lashes like really dark and gives me a lot of definition. Yeah, I still really like this. Because sometimes it's good to put things aside, makeup-wise, that you use all the time because it's all about perspective, you know? if you go away from something for a while and then you come back to it, it's like, all right, am I still going to love this as much as I did at that time? And I do. I really like the way this makes my lashes look. Yes, yes, still love it. And it's still good even though it's been sitting around. Okay, now I'm going to add another lip product on top of this lip oil. Hopefully it will go on okay over this because I'm going to use a liquid lipstick. This is Jeffree Star Bite My Lip liquid lipstick. And I thought this color in particular would go really well with this whole berry thing I've got going on here. If you've never tried Jeffree Star's liquid lipsticks, they are a really, really excellent formula. So that is a very, very deep berry shade, but I feel like the tone is really good for this eyeshadow look and blush and everything. So thumbs up on the Violet Voss Sunkissed Summer palette. I didn't use anything in the top row, but I used the entire bottom row to incorporate into the look, and I like this. I've always really liked berry eyeshadows anyway, so I'm not surprised that I really liked this. But yeah, great formula. So if you see this at TJ Maxx, $6. How can you go wrong? You know, you just make sure you open it up and make sure that nobody touched it, or if they did, that it wasn't too damaged, because yeah, you can sanitize things if somebody has touched it, but within reason, you know. So thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Thanks for watching.